And now my colleague, Chris Hill.
Okay. Thanks, Susan. Rowan's words and Denny's pictures have chronicled Nonstop's history, and Susan has described Nonstop's nuts and bolts. Is this okay? Okay. For the next few minutes, I want to speculate about what we might expect from Nonstop, given its particular challenges and resources. In the spirit of last summer's reunion, we see Nonstop actively seeking to create collaborations between diverse stakeholder groups and across expanding information networks. This past year has demanded and inspired some amazing communications projects and some invigorating alliances. The specific information sharing projects from the past year that I will reflect on today point to the kind of responsivity and dialogue between faculty, alums, students, staff, and Yellow Springs villagers that we expect to sustain through future Nonstop classrooms and work projects. We also expect Nonstop to energize the Miami Valley region through lectures, cultural events, fora, and festivals that will be a well-publicized program called Nonstop Presents. And we insist that Nonstop sustain the model of progressive liberal arts education founded on the decades-long tradition of shared governance that we all experience as students, faculty, or staff at Antioch College. So today I want to profile 3 projects from the past year that we can understand today as previews for Nonstop. Now, we've got problems with tech, not surprising. Everything's been closed down. This room was never wired with a smart lectern, so you'll see we're going to be passing the baton with the microphone to the back for our kludged media system today. So here's the first project I want to reflect upon. Last fall, theater professor and alum Louise Smith invited Yellow Springs artist Migawa Orimo to work with her students on community art projects supported by an Ohio Arts Council residency. I was lucky to be able to have Migawa work with my video production students as well. In the projects you will see, students were asked to create media that resituated somewhere on campus or in the village some of the written texts that had been created in the struggle to save the college. Those texts were taken from the Antioch papers, manifestos written by students, and the Antioch College Ledge Code. This teaching moment was used to explore a public affairs topic in a media production class. Migawa was a resource both as an artist and as an observant local villager. Over this past year, Yellow Springers have played invaluable roles in both visible and anonymous projects that supported our students and our efforts to save the college. Nonstop looks forward to similar collaborations and additionally collaborations with visiting alums in the coming year, and a lot more about this tomorrow. The very first short work that I'm going to, well actually, because of the tech problem, I'm going to introduce both projects and then hand the microphone because it's got to go to the back and so you can hear the sound. Okay, so the first project, these are both really short, like a minute each, is by recently graduated senior Michael Yates, and this demonstrates a protective vigilance towards 2 Antioch institutions, the Honor Code and Main Building, and you have to notice that there's gargoyles on Main Building, and those gargoyles are students. And then the second manifesto is by Mariel Trayman, a senior who is now finishing out her final co-op in New York, and will do her last Antioch term in the Women's Studies ABA program in the fall. Her project reflects on a sense of place and community where students become the agents of their own educations. Okay.
Yeah. Go Chad.
Antioch College is a community dedicated to the search for truth, the development of individual potential, and the pursuit of social justice. In order to fulfill our objectives, freedom must be matched by responsibility. As a member of the Antioch community, I affirm that I will be honest and respectful in all my relationships, and I will advance these standards of behavior in others.
This is my home. If it closes, I will be disturbed, as will many others. When I make the decision to suspend, I cried for weeks. We can't go through that again. Losing our homes, our jobs, our lives. 2012 is not an option. For people who have nowhere else to go. This community is my family. We are not assets for bargaining. Budgets or burdens. We are not disposable. And we will not go quietly. If you love us.
Low tap.
Chad is like the director of a public access organization in North Carolina, and he's reduced to like running microphones. Okay, so now I'm moving on to a second event from the last year that is also a Nonstop preview.